All right, what's going on, guys? It's Mitch again, and I'm back with another video. I'm gonna be doing the tail panel on this car today. So basically, what had happened was previously, a lot of this car had a ton of previous repairs that just weren't up to what I want it to be. So what they did was the car had gotten hit in the back, and when you can't get what they used to do back in the day before we had stud guns, when you couldn't get to the panel to beat it out from the back or to try and flatten it, like hammer and dolly it out, they used to drill like an 1/8 inch hole and try and pull it out with like a slide hammer or something like that. This is before we had stud guns, so I'm guessing that's what they did. There's a ton of 1/8 inch holes in the back, and the panel's just all like wavy, and basically I'm just gonna do what I should have done in the first place and replaced it rather than trying to fix all the little problems with it, because I really just want to skim the car lightly with Bondo. I don't want to like build the whole thing out of Bondo, and I know that's what I'm gonna be doing if I don't replace the panel. And a new one was like 150 bucks. I thought it was gonna be like 300. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing that in this video. I'm gonna do a couple time lapses. I'm gonna try and come back and forth with like any problems I have, any tips I have, just stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm just gonna start a time lapse. I mean, let's see what happens. I've never done this before, so let's try it. I don't know. All right, so I've been working on getting this tail panel off. It's not as much as I thought. I mean, it's a little scary at first, but whatever. I got to get it done. I got to do it. So I'm working on it right now. What I've been doing is I've been grinding the spot welds down instead of drilling out a lot of them, because there's just so many and you miss one, you have to go back, and I don't know. So I've been grinding them down and then just trying to pop it loose with like this chisel I got. It's not a chisel, it's like a 2-inch really thick putty knife or mud knife. It's really thick though, so it goes through this stuff like that. And I got my little Blue Point aerosol. I've just been slowly working it back. You can do this with a sawzall, screwdriver, it doesn't matter, I mean, but let me show you. So this is the progress so far. I know these are bent in. These are just the brackets that mount on the back and that go around the tail light. What they weld into the quarter, they like sandwich each other on the quarter. And they also weld in like on the lower tail panel. So they're eventually gonna have to be removed so I can get the new tail panel in, because I don't want to cut the tail panel and have to slide it in. But yeah, so like I said, I've just been slowly cutting away and working my way back. It's a lot of work, but I mean, I got to do it. So it's whatever. But yeah, I'll probably come back in a little bit with another update, but that's it for right now. I might go inside. It's hot out here. I'm dying. But yes, that's it for now. But I'll see you guys in a second. All right, what's going on? I'm back. It's a different day, but I got that tail panel fitted up. Now I'm waiting on, I got a, what is it called? A panel bond gun, a 3M panel bond gun. I'm waiting for that in the mail. But basically this is how the panel fits up. So next time you'll see it, I'll probably be welding it up. I got all my spot welds drilled. I need to just take it off again, grind down the spot welds, or it's gonna be welded on the panel and on the actual car. Fits up pretty good. Only problem I had was right there when the trunk closes, the gap is a little big, but it'd be all right. I can fix that. And yeah, I got the latch in there and everything like that. It latches, gaps look good. What's going on? So today I'm back again working on this car, and basically I finished up the tail panel now. I got a few more welds to grind, but that's it. I was gonna do a time lapse of me welding, but once again I just didn't want to destroy my GoPro, and it also wasn't that interesting. So yeah, I got the tail panel welded up. I'm down to grinding just the last few welds along the bottom. I might have a few spots to touch up, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, it came out pretty good. And I'm happy with how everything turned out, honestly, especially around, you know, this edge right here, because that's a big point that a lot of people get wrong. Of course, 2 aftermarket quarters plus the aftermarket tail panel, you know, that's just bound to have problems, but it didn't. Got in here, welded up and grinded down, and that's where my latch goes for my trunk. Yeah, I mean, it all closes and works, and I got the gaps pretty close on this side. I have a little bit of like adjustment, but overall everything's pretty good. Yeah, I just have the welds along the bottom right here. That's it. And yeah, I'm just gonna do more time lapses again. All right, so now I finished grinding up the grinding the tail panel, the spot welds on the tail panel. All I have left now is, well, I'll show you. So it's kind of hard to explain, but so on these seams, so we have our quarter right here. On these seams, we have our quarter right here, tail panel, and on these seams right here, this seam is supposed to just, ideally, the gap is supposed to be so tight you don't have to do anything with it. Some people, when they do them, they put seam sealer just to smooth it out, because seam sealer does go at the bottom. So what I did was I put panel bond at the bottom, to act like seam sealer, and I also put it up here. So what I got to do is I just got to grind with like a low grit sandpaper or a high grit. I'm thinking like probably a 120 or something, and just take this off without getting too much heat in it. Panel bond is like, it's activated through, not activated, but it lets go if it gets hot. So I can't get this too hot, but I basically just filled in my gap. I had a pretty tight gap to begin with. For aftermarket panels, it's pretty tight actually. Come on, focus. But for aftermarket panels, it's pretty tight, but I just have to clean that up, just get rid of the excess, and then I'm done with this. And I gotta just touch up these spot welds down here, just get some primer on them or something. And then the tail panel's done, and I'm gonna start working on stuff like the holes back here. They just gotta be patched. This is my rear window channel. There's just a couple holes. The quarters, when I put full quarters on, that's one of the reasons I opted to, because they were all rusted out. And then I just have small stuff to do. And hopefully by the end of this weekend, this is Thanksgiving break for me. Hopefully by the end of this weekend, I'll be rebuilding the front subframe. I already got all the paint for it. I got the, let me see if I can zoom. I got the suspension, the new bushings and stuff from Energy Suspension. They're over here. They've been sitting in this box for, I want to say 2 years now. So yeah. And one thing I did that was different than what I've been doing was I used the GoPro chest mount to do the grinding. let me know if you guys like that. I'll keep doing it. I thought it was pretty cool, but yeah, I'm about to just get on this and then I'm gonna start working on the channel. Basically, I've gotten this patch done. I just wanted to do it off camera real quick to see how I was gonna do it. Now, for like the smaller stuff, like the pinholes up here, I'm just gonna weld up. But for the bigger stuff, I cut it out. You can see, I cut it out, and basically, I'm gonna be using a patch like this. I just welded a bolt to this patch, and it fits in there nice and tight. And then, yeah, just gonna weld it up, grind it down, and that's it. It's a pretty simple patch. I mean, these are pretty easy. There we go. That's the patch is done. You can't really see them down there. I had like a little bit of the mess up with the grinding, but it looks fine. Got like a bunch of little stuff on this list that I had a while ago, like the little spot welds there that I forgot to grind on the cowl boxes and all that stuff. I got the window channel up there done. I'm just trying to blast through this car, and I got up here done. Believe it or not, you can't even see where I patched up here. This looks pretty good. So yeah, basically what I gotta do now is, this is probably gonna be the end of this video, but what I gotta do now is start stripping out the inside of the car. I gotta rebuild the front suspension and basically start putting it back together, getting it ready for paint. Like that's it. I mean, it's finally coming together.